In the small, isolated town of Millfield, the mysterious illness that had been spreading rapidly had now reached epidemic proportions. The townspeople were experiencing vivid hallucinations and terrifying delusions, and many were convinced that they were living in a nightmare. As the outbreak worsened, a group of survivors banded together to uncover the cause of the illness and find a way to stop it before it consumed them all. The group included the town's doctor, a local nurse, a retired police officer, and a few other concerned citizens. At first, they tried to find a medical explanation for the illness, but all their tests and analyses came up inconclusive. As they delved deeper into the heart of the outbreak, they began to question their own sanity, as the line between reality and nightmare became increasingly blurred. One night, while the group was trying to figure out what was causing the illness, they heard strange noises coming from the town's abandoned hospital. They decided to investigate, and what they found was horrifying. The hospital had become a breeding ground for a sinister and malevolent force that had taken root in the town. It was a force that fed off the fears and delusions of the townspeople, and it was responsible for the epidemic that had taken hold of Millfield. The survivors realized that the only way to stop the outbreak was to confront the source of the malevolent force head-on. But as they delved deeper into the hospital, they encountered more and more disturbing and terrifying visions that tested their grip on reality. As they fought their way through the hospital, the survivors began to feel as though they were descending further and further into madness. They had to fight to distinguish what was real from what was not, and face their deepest fears in order to escape the delirium that threatened to consume them all. Finally, they reached the heart of the hospital and discovered the source of the malevolent force. It was a creature that had been trapped in the hospital's basement for decades, feeding off the delusions of the townspeople, growing stronger and more powerful with each passing year. The survivors fought bravely against the creature, but it was too powerful. One by one, they fell to its fearsome powers until only the town's doctor was left standing. In a last-ditch effort to save his town, the doctor made a sacrifice, drawing the creature's power into himself and trapping it within his own mind. The doctor was left in a state of delirium, his mind consumed by the creature's malevolent force. The outbreak in Millfield finally came to an end, but at a great cost. The town was left to mourn the loss of the survivors and the doctor, and to live with the knowledge that a sinister and malevolent force had once taken root in their community. And so, Millfield became known as a place where nightmares came to life, a place where the line between reality and delusion was always blurred, a place where the horrors that lurked in the shadows could never truly be escaped.